welcome back for session 3 of Recreate Use Best Start, where we'll be focusing on the third of our 3 prime areas, personal, social and emotional development. Personal, social and emotional development supports children to learn to get on with others and make friends, understand and talk about feelings, and learn about right and wrong. It develops independence, a positive sense of self, respect for others, social skills and emotional well-being. As you can see, it's a big topic. The first thing to know about personal, social and emotional development is that the connection between the brain and the body is incredibly important for all areas of development. Active physical play, relationships and health and self-care can all have a powerful impact to improve a child's early brain development. Extensive physical experience in early childhood puts in place the neurological, sensory and motor foundations in the brain that you need for feeling good in your body and feeling comfortable in the world. This means experiencing things in their body like play and going outdoors helps your child's brain develop the connections to their senses and develop the motor skills that we talked about in session 1, so that they can feel at home in their body later. Personal, social and emotional development is split into 3 aspects: self-regulation, managing self, and building relationships. Self-regulation is a new and important area that children will be assessed on in the EYFS. It's a child's developing ability to regulate their emotions, thoughts and behaviour so that they can act in positive ways. Developing self-regulation, like many elements of development and learning, is not something children do by themselves. It's a process that grows out of attuned relationships where the caregiver and baby or child are closely attentive to each other and engage in sensitive, responsive exchanges. A loss of self-regulation is to do with emotions. Wherever possible, make sure your child knows the language of emotions so that they can understand and communicate their own different feelings. A good way to develop this is to look at facial expression and emotion pictures and discuss with your child what each emotion does to our bodies and faces and how we might feel. Using simple grounding activities like the 5-4-3-2-1 method, breathing techniques like starfish breathing, or trying to put emotions into words or art can all help your child learn to self-regulate. Before going to school, children also need to develop self-help skills like getting dressed and going to the toilet. Using the toilet independently in particular is very important for a child's development and their start to school. Children should be reliably dried during the day by the age of 4. Support your child if they're struggling with toilet training and seek medical advice if necessary from a health visitor or GP. Often parents say that the behaviour of their child is more challenging at home than how they are in nursery or school. One key difference between school and home environments can be that schools have set rules and routines from the beginning which children follow. Children thrive on routine, and strong, clear routines and boundaries in your household will improve behaviour. We know this isn't always easy. Identify rules, frequently model to your child what following the rules looks like, and offer praise and rewards when they follow them. Being able to follow simple rules and expectations is an important part of developing personal, social and emotional, or PSE skills. Another part of your child's PSE development is becoming confident in trying new things. It's much easier for a child to do this when they know they have a safe person to return to. Be a secure base for your child to return to for emotional refueling when encountering novel situations or social conflict and challenges. The flip side of this is that if adults around them are excessively challenging or controlling, children can become more aggressive. They may increasingly act out their feelings. For example, when they feel sad, they might hit another child to make that child feel sad as well. When addressing a tantrum or challenging behaviour, stay calm but be firm at the same time. Give your child time to calm. Afterwards, be direct but state commands positively. Give one command at a time and make sure that they're age appropriate. Meal times are ideal occasions for your child to practice social skills by sitting together with family or friends and talking. If your child goes to nursery or to a childminder, try and let them know your child's likes and dislikes and ways of eating. This will ease anxiety at mealtimes in another setting. Try not to allow your own attitudes to food, bodily waste or dirt to make a caring time negative for a child. This can cause anxiety when they attend nursery or school later. Children come in all shapes and sizes, but if you notice that your child's weight is affecting their ability to feel confident in their body, to move, or take part in physical play, you may want to keep an eye on what they're eating and speak to the doctor if you need to. A quick point about independence. Independence is really important for your child to succeed in school. It can also lessen frustration. Allow your child enough time in the bathroom, time at lunch or dinner time, and time when they're getting ready to sleep or brush their teeth, to support them to be as independent as they can. It will take them time at first to develop these skills, but the more often they do these things, the faster they will get. If you're concerned about your child's personal, social, or emotional development, do seek support or advice. Things you might want to look out for at home include if your child gets extremely upset by certain sounds, smells, or tastes and cannot be calmed, if your child seems worried, sad, or angry for much of the time, if your child seems to flit from one thing to the next. This can just be a normal thing for their age, but if they seem to stay for very long periods of time doing the same thing and become distressed if they're encouraged to do something different, or if they can't focus on one thing for any time at all, that may be something to be concerned about. If you notice any of these signs, offer extra support to your child or seek help if you feel you need to. That's it for video 3. Remember, you'll also be receiving a booklet full of information and activities before the session. Read through it, and if you still have any questions, make sure to write them down and bring them in to ask our facilitator. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in session 3.